Okay, hello guys, I am Chris. You already know me. I've done a couple of these tutorials, and once again I'm doing another color grading breakdown of a dance video I shot I think last year, and just because of copyright reasons, music copyright reasons, I cannot release it. So yeah, that's that. Now let me just show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you the dance video in full screen. Oh, just give me one moment. I have to switch the timeline to an already exported version because if I play it directly, it's going to lag. So I believe this is timeline 2. All right. So let me just play it a little and then we'll do the breakdown. Okay, so that's the video, and as you can see from this timeline, it's just one shot, one take, nothing too fancy. And maybe at the time of uploading this video I would have to mute this particular section because of copyright reasons. I cannot use the actual music that was used for this dance video, so my apologies for that. Now we are in the color grading tab, and first things we should do is pick the best frame, and I think I like this frame. It's okay. And now let me turn all the nodes back on. Just give it a minute. My system is not so powerful. And yeah, this is how it looks like color graded. This looks nice, at least to me. So let me turn everything back off again. And first node you can see here is the denoise node. And I added this specifically because this footage was a bit noisy even at the dual ISO. And I believe I shot this on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera 6K. Using the Gen 5 color science. So this is our first node, denoise, but for this breakdown I'm just going to leave it off because it will make my system lag. And then the next node you see is ICS. What is ICS? It's a name I came up with, which is Impute Color Space, ICS. And what is happening here in this node, let me turn it on. This is how it looks like with the node. And what is happening here, this is it, the input color space. Because I shot with Blackmagic, the input color space is Blackmagic Video Gen 5, the input gamma is Film Gen 5, and then I'm converting it to DaVinci wide gamut because of a lot of benefits that come with that color space. If you want to know more about that color space, you can do a bit of research on that. And then my output gamma is DaVinci Intermediate. So what exactly is happening? Well, from the raw footage, I'm converting into DaVinci wide gamut color space, and that is what all of these nodes here are going to be using. So they are going to be operating with this wide gamut, DaVinci wide gamut color space. And then I will output it after doing all my edits. I'm going to output it as a different color space. That's why this is called OCS, which is output color space. And currently it is set to Samyang film log. The reason why I didn't set it directly to Rec 709 is because I'm going to use a film print emulation, which works very well with that Samyang film log color space. So this is it, FPE, and what exactly is here is just, what did I add here? Oh, Rec 79 Kodak 2383D55. That is the film print emulation here. And this is how it looks like with just these three nodes. It looks horrible. So the next thing we are going to do is our primaries. If I turn my primaries on, what exactly did I do here? Well, I just gave it a bit of boost with my offsets and my lift and my contrast to my pivot. I think I didn't do anything to my pivot, just my contrast. It was a bit too contrasty, so I took the contrast down. And then in my high dynamic range wheels, and as you already know from my previous color grading tutorials, you have to set your color space and your gamma to what you shot with. And it's Blackmagic Design Video Gen 5. So once that is done, then your high dynamic range wheels will work well. So what did I do here? Let's see. I see in my shadows I just gave a bit of exposure in my shadows, same with my darks. So let me play around with it so you can see what exactly it's doing. So now put it back to 0.38, and then my darks, one moment, this is it, put it back to 0.22, and I think that was pretty much it for my color wheels, high dynamic range color wheels. And then the next thing, just so that we could see the real effects, I have to go to the saturation node, turn this on, and now this is how it looks like with saturation, because before it was just flat, and now this is with saturation. And to achieve that, you have to go to the RGB mixer, set your red output down to 5, green to 5, max everything out. And when you do that, it will originally be extremely saturated. Let me set this back to 1. This is how it would look like. This is horrible. So I have to go to my key output, turn it down. I believe it was 0.145, and yeah, this works for me. If you want more, maybe you can go to 0.2. Right, I just feel 1.145 works fine for me. So now back to our second node, which is curves. This is it, off, on, off, on. This is just so I could get a bit of contrast going in terms of lighting. And what did I do here? This is my white channel. I just boosted up the darks a bit to give this, look at the effect, to give this haziness to it. Don't go overboard, just a little, works fine. And that's all I did here. And the typical S-curve, take my highlights up a bit and my shadows down a bit, just to get the standard S-curve. And that's all I did there, I believe. And then the next node is my hue, which is where some of the magic happens. You can see this is after, before, after. And what is happening here? This time we are still in curves, but not using this one. We are using the hue versus hue. And all I did was just use my color picker, pick on the background, and then adjusted it. So I changed from the original blue to a mixture of blue and green, so in between blue and green. And how do I do that? Just push it up, find what you like the most. So yeah, let me take it back to what it was. And that's all. Did I do anything here again? Hue versus saturation. So I added a bit of saturation to the walls too. And yeah, that's pretty much it there. And then the next node, which is where another magic happens, is the look node. This is before, after. This is just preference actually. Some people might like this, but for me, I prefer this. And what did I do here? I just added a bit more green to the overall look. And how did I do that? You have to go to your color, set your printer lights, and then look at the printer lights keys here. This is what you can use to add either red, or you can add green or blue or cyan, magenta, whatever you want. And I just have to hit my number pad 8, this to add more green, then number pad 5 to take away the green. So you can see what it's doing. Or I can add red, take away red, add blue, take away blue. Yeah, just like that. So you just have to fine tune it to whatever your taste is, and that's all. And then the next node, I'm surprised this is not labeled. I don't even know what it is. Let me see, before, after. It's not really doing much. Maybe that's why I didn't label it. But from what I can see here, it's just what is it called? Keying. I keyed out the background and then I made it a bit darker. I think that's all I did here. Then here, the saturation node, I've already done that. The next node after that is my vignette, which is labeled as VIG. This is relighting, and you can see from the window, this is all I did. Whenever you are relighting, try to make sure that your relight is coming from the actual light on the scene. And the actual light on the scene is coming from above her head, so from up, down. And that's why it's like this, it's straight. So all I did here is set the window and then take the brightness down, that's the offset wheels down, and that's all. So it's so that she can stand out from the background. And then the next node I did is my inner vignette. So it's quite the opposite of this. This is for background and this is for the subject. So it makes her stand out. And that's all for that. The next node after that is my FLC Film Look Creator. This is a preset or so that comes with DaVinci Film Look Creator. And all I did here, I didn't really utilize all of this. No, this is unnecessary for me. All I just did, I fiddled around with the colors a bit. Then I didn't use this. I added more vignettes. This is before, after. Then I added halation. Then what did I do? I added bloom. And that was pretty much it for my Film Look Creator. So that's it, guys, and there's nothing else. So it's quite simple. I know it looks complex, but it's quite simple actually. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'm going to try my best to create more tutorials and create more content. I know I've been off for a little while. The reason is because, you know, life happens, I have to do other things. But yeah, I will try my best to, you know, keep dropping content and keep making films. And for my previous uploads, you guys saw that I'm also into embedded systems engineering now. So for now, I'm just going to upload both film and engineering content. Then over time, if my engineering content gains traction, I will switch over to a different channel. So my engineering content will be on a separate channel and my film content will be on this current channel. So that's it, guys. Once again, I am Derek Chris and I hope you have a fantastic day.